Okay, what's good, everybody? It is the Godfather of VR. Glad you got one, dude. Def Floyd, how you doing? It is the Godfather of VR, the ageless one of the man, Lincoln Clay. We are back with a live stream, and today I want to talk about a couple of things leading up to me getting the 4090 Founders Edition card. Just a second, folks. Okay, chat works there. So I guess I could go ahead and close this window at the moment. So I kind of want to hold off, if you guys don't mind, I kind of want to hold off a second and maybe give Magnificent Black 4090 secured. Yes, 4090 is secured. But there is a story to this because the way I got the card, I'm actually happy with the way I got the card. But I feel like some people might have gotten left out, and I feel bad for them, and that's why I titled this stream the way I did. That's why I, said on Twitter and stuff like that what I felt like what Nvidia did was a little bit suspect, but at the same time I say, hey, thank you, Nvidia. So give me a couple of minutes, and then we'll get going. Because I have to start with the Best Buy end. Excuse me. Because what they did, in my opinion, what Best Buy did, it was super shady, but it's also hilarious at the same time. And it was right there in front of my face. It was in front of all of our faces what Best Buy did. But I was so busy being pissed at them for what they did, I didn't see it the way they did it. I know that they did it. But I was so busy being mad, I did not recognize that they intended to do it that way. So I probably already gave it away. You guys probably already got an idea of what I'm talking about. But yeah, give me about a couple of minutes. So if anybody else wants to hop in here, because YouTube is shitty with the notifications, so sometimes when I do podcasts, just as I'm getting ready to wrap it up, then it seems like, a couple of people will fall in. I got to fill them in, and it seems like they just got the notification. I'm not sure. So let's get a drink here. So I had to make sure that I used the word secured because I do not have the card in hand. It should arrive by next Wednesday. But I'm very hopeful that it could get here by Saturday. So a couple more minutes, we will get rolling. Keep rolling, 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 rolling. Also, shout out to Ham VR. He just went live a few minutes ago and did a live unboxing. He does have his 4090 in hand. I think he got the Asus Tough Gaming 4090. And he did an unboxing at my request because what I'm about to tell you guys, I had already talked to Ham about. It was like as soon as I got home, I asked him to meet me in the Discord, and I told him how this situation went down. And, we talked, we did a lot of talking. Because Ham and I have the same hopes for the 4090. We both want it for VR. a set of Corsa Competizione in particular because the game is demanding in VR and it can be inconsistent too. So hopefully the 4090 will put us in a situation where we can just max out everything across the board. Not only that, I may even jump on Best Buy. I mean, not Best Buy, but eBay and look for HP Reverb G2. It is a true 4K headset. It is a native 4K headset. I thought about getting one a while back, but when the headset first launched, it launched at $600. It launched with mixed reviews because I guess the controllers weren't near as good as the Quest 2. And I don't think we had the VR content to more or less justify having the headset, especially given that the Quest is a standalone headset / PC VR headset. So in the past, Ham has told me with this headset, Jemiah Dixon, what's good? What's good? Good. In the past, Ham has told me with this headset, the sweet spot is clear, but the peripherals around the sweet spot are kind of blurry. And also with the HP Reverb G2, you either run it at 60 hertz or 90 hertz. And at 60 hertz, he was saying that there was some strobing going on, and it was just not a good experience. So he had to crank it up to 90 hertz. Well, the problem there is that he had to turn the graphics down in order to get it to run good. So he is hopeful that the 4090 will give him a crystal clear picture and still be able to maintain 90 frames and allow us to crank the graphics all the way up. Because I know as far as the Quest 2 goes, I know it's going to allow me to crank the graphics all the way up, because I can crank the graphics all the way up with my 3080 Ti on that PC in there. So right now, part of me feels like a kid in a candy store because I'm so happy that I secured this 4090. But at the same time, you know, it's almost a week away because it doesn't come until next Wednesday. But I'm sitting here at my PCs. So I got 3 gaming PCs and I'm about to have 4 graphics cards. So you guys always hear me talk about it. The PC that I'm sitting at right now has a 3070 in it. PC in the bedroom has a 2070. Now this has a 3070 Ti. I'm sorry, 3070 Ti. The one in there. Oh, you know what? Jemiah, if you still watching, Jemiah, how soon were you trying to get a 4090? Because depending on how soon you want to get a 4090, I may have a solution for you. So yeah, right here, this PC, 3070 Ti, 2070 in the bedroom, 3080 Ti over there, that PC over there. Okay, so let's get to it. We will start with Best Buy. You guys seen it. I hope some of you guys seen it when I went live yesterday and I talked about what kind of day I had. I sat in the Best Buy parking lot since 5 a.m. waiting for them to open, hoping to walk in store and walk out with a 4090. And they didn't have any in store. I seriously thought that because of the climate of the graphics cards right now, the 4090 just launched. The crypto miners are out of the picture, especially now that Ethereum has gone proof of stake. So we don't have to worry about the crypto miners anymore. And then, hold on a second. Make sure the chat's still working. Okay, we good. Okay, so the 4090 just launched. Crypto miners are out of the picture. The AMD cards are supposed to get announced next month. Also, the 4090s are the 4080, 12 and 16 gig variants are supposed to launch next month as well. And then we have a ton of 3000 cards all over the place. We have a ton of 3000 cards on eBay from the cards that some of the scalpers are probably still have that they couldn't get rid of, as well as cards that the miners had to get rid of. Not to mention that Nvidia has overstock. They have a ton of 3000 cards that they want to get rid of. And Jay's 2 cents, what he said that Nvidia plans to manipulate the market so they can try to get rid of those what's left of the 3000 cards before they release the 4080. At least that was the plan, but I guess they're following through with releasing it in November. But I think like the 4070, I guess that's rumored to like maybe not come until next year. So in any case, so Nvidia's got a ton of 3000 cards left over. There's a ton of 3000 cards all over the place on eBay. AMD's cards coming out. We get an announcement from them next month, and the 4080 is launching next month. That led me to believe that the scalpers would be taking a gamble if they were to buy up the 4090s. Because in my opinion, if they buy up the 4090s, in my opinion, if they don't get rid of them like within a week, they might be left holding the bag. Because it was also rumored that for the launch of the 4090, that it was supposed to be like 4 to 5 times the amount of cards versus the 3090 launch. So as a scalper, that's a lot of things weighing against you. So my thinking was that, and then the last, Hussein was good. And then the last factor was that I thought retailers would have cards in store. So I thought all those elements would make it a big risk for scalpers to, try to pick up the cards. Boy, did I get that one wrong. So we fast forward to yesterday, and as I said, went to Best Buy, sat there till 5 in the morning. They opened. I went in there. No, they did not have any cards. And then I'm going to the Best Buy website as well as the MSI website. I actually I think I might have had a card secured at the MSI website, but I let it get away because I thought I would be able to walk into Best Buy, grab one off the shelf, and walk right out the door. Stupid me. So once Best Buy said they didn't have any cards in store, I'm constantly clicking, the refresh button. And there was a couple of times where I thought I might be able to get a card, but it ended up getting sold out. So naturally, the bots and the scalpers had bought up all the cards. And that was a grave miscalculation that I made because I didn't think they would do it because I thought it was a risk. Because, again, my thinking is if they don't get rid of the cards within a week, they're going to end up holding the bag. They might end up having to take a loss in order to get rid of the card. Because my guess is that between now and when the AMD cards come out, Nvidia might try to flood the market with as many 4090s as they possibly can. Because, people are saying that price to performance, if AMD prices their cards aggressively, it could seriously put Nvidia in trouble. So that was something else to be concerned about. So by this time, I'm furious. I couldn't get a card. Sold out, sold out, sold out, sold out, sold out. I get home and I turn on YouTube, and I get even more mad when I see all the big name YouTubers that already got cards from Nvidia and the AIB partners. Jay's 2 cents, you know, showing off the Founders Edition, showing off the MSI 4090, the Asus, whatever card he has. Gamer Nexus, and whoever else. And like I said, did you have to sacrifice your firstborn son? That's the only thing I probably wouldn't have gave up for a 4090. So yeah, the scalpers and the bots that got all the cards. Well, before I got ready to go to bed, I don't know if you guys heard of a YouTuber, Robitech. He's got about close to 300,000 subs. No disrespect to him, but he's he lacks in the comedy department a little bit. He had built a PC with a 4090 in it, and he was getting ready to play PC Build Simulator 2. And as he was getting everything set up to play the game, because he was going to stream it live, he was asking the viewers, you know, so how are you guys liking your 4090s, whatever? And somebody in the comments said that the scalpers and the bots had bought up all the cards. And Robitech sounded a little bit surprised by it, like he didn't think that was going to happen. So he sat there for a second, hesitated, and then he said he's talked to some retailers and more stock was expected this week. So he was urging people not to give in to the scalpers. So at that point, it gave me hope, but then it clicked. That was the plan. I was in Best Buy, and I was kind of throwing a fit inside of Best Buy. I was like openly getting mad, and a couple of people heard me. And I was like, this is some bullshit. Best Buy don't give a fuck about their customers. I was like, they let the bots and the scalpers get all the cards. And my thinking was that if they really cared about the customers, they could have at least, put 5 or 10 cards in the store. And at least give a couple of people a chance to walk in and get them. But no, they had to sell every single card to whoever would get them. And my thought process was that Best Buy doesn't care who buys the cards as long as somebody buys them. And then after Robitech said that it would be some more stock in this week, and I thought about it, it clicked. I said, this was the plan. The scalpers and the bots were the target. So this is me going into conspiracy theory. So, feel free to disagree, but I thought about something. 2 scenarios, okay? Let's say that there's 1 million cards at launch in North America, right? What happens if all 1 million of those cards go into retailers for an in-store release? They're going to sell a lot of cards, but they might not sell all of them. And in all likelihood, if you come into the store to get a card, you're probably only going to be limited to 1 card per customer. Where does that leave the scalpers? If they want a card, they would have to get up off of their ass, physically come to Best Buy, get in line, and only walk out of there with one card. But then I thought, okay, we seen how it actually played out. Best Buy did an online release and did not have any cards in store. What happened? The scalpers bought them all up. Best Buy knew that was going to happen. Not only do I think Best Buy knew that was going to happen, they were the target. Because I think they know. So coming back to my theory that if they would have did an in-store release and let people walk into the store and buy them, like I said, they'll sell some cards, but I don't think they'll sell all the cards. And then I think what would end up happening is that if the scalpers see that people can walk into the store and get their own cards, there's no point in the scalpers in even trying to buy cards and trying to flip them on eBay when they see that people could just walk into the store and get them. So the scalpers would move on to something else, and you would lose that money that you would get from the scalpers. I feel that Best Buy deliberately did an online release only, knowing that the scalpers and the bots would buy them all up. And then I said it yesterday, the scalpers and the bots are on the clock. They are on the clock because of all the variables that I mentioned a few minutes ago, with the AMD cards coming out, the 3000 cards that's still out there, the 4080 that's coming out. So I felt like the scalpers are still on the clock. I figure the scalpers, I originally thought the scalpers would probably have 2 months to get rid of the cards. After what happened to me today, how I secured my card, I think the scalpers might only have a couple of weeks. Chris Patel, Nvidia has a ton of 30 series still in inventory, and tons of X GPU miners are flooding the market. If they were to release a ton of 4090s, the 3090 prices would collapse overnight and cause Nvidia to lose money on their existing inventory. They need to clear the 30 series inventory. See, I took all that into consideration. But the thing about it is, if they hold back 4090 stock in order to try to clear out the 3000 inventory, what happens when Nvidia releases their card? And I guess they're supposed to have a card that, although is not, I guess is not as good as the 4090, but I guess it can hold its own. What happens if they come out with that card, when they come out with that card, and what happens if they price the card $200 to $300 less than the 4090? Then, you know, the scalpers is going to be moving in that direction. Customers are going to try to get that card because it's cheaper. And now, not only does Nvidia still have a shitload of 3000 cards that they're trying to get rid of, now they got a shitload of 4000 cards that they're trying to get rid of. Because of the timetable, the way everything was, you know, being laid out, I think Nvidia is trying to get rid of sell as many 4090s as they can. So what Best Buy did, I kind of think Nvidia was in on it. So the first wave, my belief is, the first wave of cards, Best Buy said, we'll give them to the scalpers, let them have it. And then after that, we'll start going after the customers. And I think that's what happened to me. I think that's how I got my card. Not sure if AMD is there with the tech yet. And you know, experts and YouTubers are saying that. But what they were saying is that even if the card doesn't match up to the 4090, if they price it accordingly, they can still make a dent. So that's the bottom line, in my opinion. If they do in-store releases, because the thing why I didn't figure it out was because Micro Centers did an in-store launch, because you couldn't order online. You had to physically go into the store to get one, and the nearest Micro Center from where I live is 2 hours away. So it was because of Micro Center that I didn't figure it out that the bots and the scalpers were the target of Best Buy to begin with. Because my thinking was that if Micro Center did an in-store release, why couldn't Best Buy do it? But now I realized that Best Buy, I do believe, what's up? What's up, Impatient Fire? Said, I'm about to drive home. Big congrats on the 4090. I got mine yesterday through NZXT, and I can't wait to receive it in the mail next week. Mine is supposed to be here Wednesday. So I'm going to get to that in a minute, how I secured the card. So as I was getting ready to say, I think that Best Buy, at least here in America, is the biggest online retailer for graphics cards, especially Nvidia and the AIBs. So that first wave of cards was going to be critical. And again, I think that if they did an in-store release across the country, they would not have sold all those cards. They would not have sold all those cards. And once the scalpers saw that customers can get their own cards without having to go through them, the scalpers would have moved on. So Best Buy let the scalpers have those cards. They gave the first wave to the scalpers. And so in my opinion, while the scalpers thought they used the latest technology, I should up my video stream with a DLSR cam, whatever that is. I mean, I kind of don't. If you're saying that in terms of, not sure what camera you're using, but it looks a bit blurry. It is a 1440p camera, but it is a cheap one. Just a minute. From here, it looks sharp. Maybe I got to wipe it off or something. Just a minute. But looking at, I don't know, it looks sharp to me. Yeah, it looks sharp to me. I mean, it could be your connection, could be my connection. But as I was getting ready to say, if Best Buy does an in-store release, the scalpers will see that the customers don't need them. And then the scalpers will move on to whatever the next must-have item is and try to scalp that. And then they don't come back. Then they don't come back this generation at all. So they had to get them on the first wave, and they got them. So while the scalpers are sitting there thinking that they're sitting on a gold mine with those 4,000 cards, the joke is on them. Best Buy let them have those cards. And now you're on the clock to try to get rid of them before the AMD cards come out, before the 4080 comes out, competing with all those 3,000 cards that's still out there from ex-miners, dealing with the overstock that Nvidia has. So yeah, the scalpers are on the clock. And I was looking at eBay yesterday, and I saw signs that the scalpers weren't trying to be too greedy. Some of them were. So let's take a quick look at eBay, and then we'll get to how I ended up getting the card through Nvidia, which I feel a little bit funny about it. So let's go to eBay. Whoops. RTX 4090. Okay, so let's go to eBay real quick. We are at eBay. So let's turn off this 4090 pick and go to display. And let me pop out the chat real quick from my phone so I can still keep an eye on the chat. Okay. All right, so checking it out real quick. Here's one for $22.99. It has a buy it now. No bids. It's sponsored. Another one, $28.49 or best offer. $23.50 or best offer. Now right here, I don't know what's this guy trying to prove right here. He's got one here for $1. The starting bid is $1. This one right here, $20.99. Now, from what I'm understanding, the AIBs are capped at $2,000. They cannot sell their card for more than $2,000. So these scalpers aren't asking too much over $2,000. So these scalpers are asshole. Like right here, $2,200. Here's one for $2,100. So if that card retailed for $2,000, $2,100 isn't that terrible. Right here we got one for $2,200, but damn, oh shit, they're gonna fight it out for that one, because this one's right here that I'm highlighting. The Asus Tough Gaming GeForce. It's $2,200. That's the bid. There's 31 bids on there, and there's 1 hour, 4 minutes left on here. Here's another one to buy it now. I'll just call it $2,100. Free shipping. Look at this. Well, no. That auction is still open. 6 bids is currently sitting at $1,750. 2 days. We'll just call it 2.5 days left on the auction. We have another one. Buy it now for $2,100. We have. Look at this. Here's a sign right here that things may not be going as planned. Let me click on this one right here. So, we have a card right here. Starting bid is, we'll just say $2,000. You can place a bid or you can make an offer. But there's less than 24 hours left on the auction, and he's got 0 bids. And as you can see on eBay, there's a flood of these 4090s on here. So he might end up getting stuck holding the bag with that card. Have a drink here. I have a couple of more cards. Check out a couple of more cards. Here's one for $1,800, a gigabyte GeForce. 10 bids so far. A little under 19 hours left in the auction. Here's one for $2,200, a best offer. Now this one, they're fighting it out for this one. $2,650, 19 bids. 9 days left on the auction? Oh. Right there, I gave you guys a quick look, but let me close it. That's how I got my card. But we'll talk about it in a second. So for what I'm seeing, the cards here that are still listed for less than $2,000, those ones, the auction is ongoing. Like this one right here for 1775. 12 bids, 6 days, almost 7 days left on the auction. Oh, this dude right here might be fucked. This one right here. Only 3 people watched it in the last 24 hours. Starting bid is $2,000. You can buy it for $2,700. No bids, 0 bids. And there is 14 hours left on the auction. He might be stuck holding the bag on that one. And the thing about it is as Nvidia keeps trickling out more cards and they end up in customers' hands and not the scalpers' hands, it's going to make it tougher for him to get rid of that card, because you can see, yes, we're dealing with scalpers here, and you see these prices ranging anywhere from appears to be $2,000 to $3,000, but there is still a flood of these 4090s out here. So some of these dudes going to end up being stuck. Like this dude right here. He lost his fucking mind as far as I'm concerned. Starting bid of $2,000. 3 people watched it in the last 24 hours. Space Dennison, what's good? You got the Gigabyte GeForce? Okay, I've got the Founders Edition. So the starting bid is $2,000. You can buy it for $5,000. What the fuck is he thinking about? 0 bids, only 3 people watched it, and his auction ends in 21 hours. Yeah, some of these scalpers going to end up taking a hit. How many pages of this shit do we got? Holy shit. Page 4. Let me see. Scroll down to the bottom. Okay, so we got 4 pages of this, and there's 60 cards per page. So we've got 240 cards up here. You said they deserve the L's. They gonna get it. Some of them go get that L. Yeah, some of them gonna take that hit. Just like Smokey Robinson said in that corny ass game banging song. Smoking that smoke, smoking that dope, sipping that wine. They gonna take a hit. Some of these dudes gonna take a hit. Okay, so let's get to how I got my card. So I'm at work, and I'm registered at Reddit. And in the beginning, Reddit would only show you posts from the forums that you're subscribed to. Hold on a second, folks. All right, the old schnozola was starting to get stuffy. Okay, so in the beginning, Reddit would only show me posts from the forums that I was signed up or subscribed to. Now Reddit is all over the place. It's like every 10, 15 minutes, they're showing showing some kind of notification to a forum that I'm not even signed up to, and it doesn't even correlate with anything that I'm signed up to. I'm like, I'm signed up to like the sim racing and the VR forums, and they send me a post on some damn parasailing shit. You know what I mean? So what they ended up doing was I got a post on Reddit from Nvidia. And this post from Nvidia, so I think I can get ready to show you guys this. Nvidia is launching what's called the Verified Priority Access Program. And through this program, verified gamers and creators will not necessarily receive, but they could get an invite from Nvidia to purchase a 4090 Founders Edition. So what they mean by verified is if you're on a gaming PC, a gaming desktop with a Founders Edition card in it, then you're basically eligible. If you use the GeForce Experience app, when you open that up, it knows what card you have. And so in the case of my PCs, I got 3 gaming PCs. This one right here, you heard me guys say it, that it's got a 3070 Ti. It's a 3070 Ti Founders Edition. And that one in there has a 3080 Ti Founders Edition. That's how you get invited. So what'll happen is if they send you, Dan Socks, what's up? So if you get an invitation from Nvidia, what they do is they'll send the invitation through the GeForce app. So I'm thinking to myself, okay, I got 2 computers with Founders Edition cards on it. Hopefully I get an invite. So I get home, I fired up my computer. 5 minutes after I fired up the computer, in the lower right-hand corner, I get a notification that says you've been invited, yada, yada, yada. This right here, what you guys are looking at, says you've been selected for priority access to purchase a GeForce RTX 4090 Founders Edition graphics card. We are partnering, right here it says, we are partnering with Best Buy to give verified gamers and creators in your country priority access to purchase a limited number of GeForce RTX 4090 Founders Edition graphics cards. Log in and check your notifications or the redeem section in the GeForce Experience to redeem your verified priority access invite. Act quickly, redeem your invite, and complete your order with Best Buy by October 17th at 6 a.m. Pacific time. So, Dan Socks, show me a little of your guard and some jabs. Let me see that Mayweather. If you're tired, you talking about this? Hey, one of these days I'll jump up and stream Thrill of the Fight again, or that Manny boxing. So what I ended up doing is, so again, I come home. Oh, that's eBay. Open up the GeForce Experience. So yeah, open up the GeForce Experience, which you guys see right here. This bell right here, hit the notification. I don't have any notifications, but 1 month complimentary Adobe, blah, 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 blah. So I click on the notification and I get something that looks like this. So I click on the notification, and then this notification pops up, and then there's a redeem button. I hit the redeem button, and then I basically get this message. So it says, congratulations, you've successfully redeemed your verified priority access invite. Complete your enrollment and place your order with Best Buy by October 17, blah, 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 blah. Use single-use link. So this is the link right here. It is a one-time use link. You click on this link, and it will take you to a secured page on the Best Buy website. And the first thing you will see is the 4090 Founders Edition. Given the details, you click the details. It lists all the, the normal advertisement. At the bottom, it says add to cart. The part I forgot to tell you guys real quick was when the Nvidia sent this message saying that you've been invited for priority access and stuff like that, it said that you're not guaranteed to get a card. You've been invited to order one, but there's no guarantee that you'll get one. Right there, there's the redeem button right there that I had to hit. So, right there. Yeah, this was the message. It said to get verified priority access, you must be using GeForce Experience on a desktop with a GeForce GTX 10 series, GTX 16, RTX 20 series, or RTX 30 series graphics card. After clicking redeem, you will be taken to a secure Best Buy webpage to log in or register for an account. Participation in the Verified Priority Access Program does not guarantee availability of GeForce RTX 4090 graphics card. Limit 1 unit per account for a limited time while supplies last. Philly shoulder, I know my shit like you, definitely. It says, glad Nvidia helping you. So that part, yeah, that was cool. So I go to Best Buy. Well, after I click this redeem button, see the normal advertisement, click details, see add to cart. I click add to cart, window pops up, and you get the, buffering circle, and it says we're verifying your account and checking availability. This might take a few minutes, yada, yada, yada. After about 2 or 3 minutes, it comes up and it says, there's a unit available, and then a countdown started. So I had 10 minutes to complete the order. So I completed the order, and it will be delivered by Wednesday. And here is my order details right here. Total price is $1,674.79. I got a $20 discount because of how many rewards points that I had racked up. And then you see up here to confirm that, yes, I did, in fact, get this card. I can make pickup changes. I cannot have it shipped, though, which I'm fine with that. So it's going to be shipped to the Best Buy where I live. So Nvidia was good. You said very cool of Nvidia to help you out. Yes, that was cool. So that part I'm very grateful. Here's the part where I feel like Nvidia was a little bit suspect. Best Buy has what's called the total, I think it's called the Total Tech Program or membership. And with this membership, for $200 a year, you are supposed to get first dibs on high demand products. Yesterday on Reddit, I saw someone make a post that said that they are a Total Tech member and they didn't get any notifications from Best Buy. And when they went to the site at 9 o'clock when pre-orders went live, everything was sold out. So I'm like, that is fucked up. You pay $200 a year and you don't get any notification, you don't get any first dibs. That is another reason why I think Best Buy deliberately gave the first wave of cards to the bots and the scalpers. So where I feel a little bit funky is that I'm not a Total Tech member. I don't have any paid memberships with Best Buy, but yet I was able to get in there and get a card. I almost feel like Nvidia took me through an underground tunnel and took me into a Best Buy warehouse And it's like, okay, ching, ching, here's your voucher. So I feel bad for the people that got the Total Tech membership and they might not have a card. Said, when will these be in stock for us common folk? If you're looking at this right here, this get priority access. If you already have a gaming PC and that gaming PC has a founder's card in it, a founder's edition card, you may get an invite from Nvidia to buy one. If you get the invite from Nvidia, you would click this redeem button down here at the bottom and it will take you to a secure site, whoever the retailer is in your region. In my case, it's Best Buy. I think if you're in the UK, it might be, I forgot what it's called, overclockers. I can't remember what it's called. But it'll take you to a secure website of the retailer in your region, and you may be able to order a card from them. Said, I'm a Total Tech member and was supposed to get first dibs on PS5 consoles. Never got a notification for them. I didn't ever read. And see, Nvidia, I feel bad. I feel bad for the people that's paying $200 a year and they didn't get notifications on the cards. But yet they brought me in through the side door and let me get a card. And I don't have a membership with them. So that's kind of like, to me, for the Total Tech members, they got a double whammy. Because in my opinion, Best Buy already fucked them by giving the first wave of cards to the bots and the scalpers. And now they're getting fucked again today with this verified priority access program by allowing preferred GeForce users to basically walk to the front of the line and get a card. That is fucked up. Impatient, damn. It is what it is. I got mine by buying a whole gaming PC through NZ. That reminds me of the picture. Let me see. Let me see. Ham made a post earlier today on Twitter. Let me see here. Well, that's his 4090 that he just unboxed a little while ago. He made a post today. Or it might have been a personal message that he might have sent me. Nope, but that's the picture that I sent him yesterday. This was me sitting in my car at about 5 in the morning waiting for Best Buy to open. Tweets. So he posted a picture earlier today of a bunch of a shitload of 4090s. Looked like they were in a warehouse. Okay, I guess I can't find it. I don't know if he took it down or not. There it is. Here's the picture right here. Now, the thing about this picture is that the post, it says, this is from CyberPower UK. And it says the new Nvidia GeForce UK 4090 is here. Look at how many MSI 4090 Supremes we have. So, being that this is CyberPower, yeah, Impatient Fire. Being that this is CyberPower, I was led to believe that these are probably units that's going to be put in pre-built PCs, which means they're probably going to charge about $4,000, being that that's the UK probably 4,200 pounds. So yeah, these custom builds, builders, here, let me see here. These custom builders bought a shit ton of RTX. Yeah. Now I guess like Robitech, I guess he has access to them. So in addition to be a huge YouTuber, I guess he, builds PCs for commission. So I guess he has access to cards. So if somebody wants to pay him to build a card, build a PC, he has access to he has access to the parts. My PC costs a little over $1,000 with a 15% discount. You know what? Hey, let me show you guys. Let me show you some impatient fire. Let me get my PC spec. This right here. This is the page that I put in the description of all my streams, and what this is listing my sim racing setup, all three of my PCs, and just recently I put the price on all this stuff. So let me see if I can zoom in. Control plus. Okay, I think that might be big enough. Let me see. I'll go ahead and zoom in one more time. Okay, I think that might be big enough for you guys to see here. So we'll start with my sim racing rig that I race in. The Fanatec DD1 wheelbase is $1,200. The McLaren wheel is $200. And the one thing I forgot to add on here was the $100 quick release. My pedals were $370. My Rift headset that I wear, the Oculus Rift, Oculus Quest headset that I wear when I'm sim racing, this was $300. And then the sim racing rig itself was $900. So that's $2,970 before taxes and shipping. It actually should be $30. It should be $30.70 because I forgot to add the $100 for the quick release. So that's for my sim racing setup. Now this is my PC in there that's got the 3080 Ti in it. I call this PC Voltron. This PC, the case is $190. The i9-12900K that's in here is $630. The 3080 Ti, at the time that I bought it off of a scalper on eBay. It retailed for $1,200. I bought it for $1,400. The PSU is a 1,000-watt Corsair. It's $190. The RAM, it's got 64 gigs of RAM. I don't need 64. 32 is more than good. But I spent $340 on the RAM. The water cooler, $155 on the cooler. $360 for the motherboard. Is a MSI Pro Z690. Let me see here. And then like my M.2 drives, I got two of them in there. A Pro 980, Samsung 980 Pro, and a Samsung 970 EVO. The two of those are $360 combined. My Western Digital 500 gig SATAs came up to $110 because they were $55 a piece. And then I got a bunch of RBG fans that I bought. I think I bought like two packs of three, and that was $160. So taxes before shipping, you know, all this stuff was $38.95 on that PC. You got the same motherboard. So now my second PC, this is the PC that I'm sitting at right here. This PC is named Voltron Jr. The case is a Corsair 220 RGB, $117. CPU is an i7 11700K for $420. The 3070 it retailed for $600. I bought it off of eBay for $675. I went El Cheapo with the power supply, Thermaltake, $60. Same kind of RAM, RGB, 170 for 32 gigs of RAM. The CPU cooler is $55. Motherboard is an MSI Pro Z490, $160. A Western Digital M.2 drive, $68. SATA SSD. So taxes on this PC that I'm sitting at, before taxes and shipping, $1,780. So between those two PCs right there, we're looking at almost $5,700. We'll come up with the final number. And then the third PC, my third gaming PC, which is in the bedroom, I call that one Bumblebee. We got the same case, $117 for the Corsair 220T. The CPU is an i5 9600K that originally was in my Alienware. I checked prices. This $235 is what it's going for, give or take. Same thing with the 2070 that's in there that originally came out of my Alienware. That seems to be going for between $300 and $400 through Amazon and shit like that. Same thing with the PSU, same kind of PSU, $60. RAM, I didn't put as much RAM in here. $64, 16 gigs. Cooler, definitely went cheap on that. Bought that off of Amazon for $20. Motherboard is an ASRock, and I actually like that motherboard because you can connect directly to the internet and update the BIOS. You don't have to put it on a flash drive and then go through all that bullshit. Same thing with the Western Digital M.2 drive, SSD, SATA SSD. Total before shipping and tax is $1,112. So let's total up the price of my three PCs. He said, I'm going to use PSVR 2 on my PC when that launches. I'm sure somebody's going to do it, but people are speculating that Sony will eventually do it. So let me pull out the calculator. Scroll back up to the top. So like I said, my first PC is $38.95 before taxes and shipping. Plus the second PC is $17.80. Plus the third PC is $1,112. So the total of my three PCs combined before taxes and shipping is $6,787. And then up here at the top, I forgot to add the $100 for the quick release on my sim racing equipment. We just gonna call that $3,000. So I got almost $9,800 in my 3 PCs and in my sim racing equipment before taxes and shipping kick in. So after taxes and shipping kick in, it definitely puts all this shit over $10,000. And that's just my stuff. I bought my son a ton of shit. I bought him a PC. When I bought my 3080 Ti, I gave my son the 3070 that I had in there. Upgraded his RAM. Bought him headsets. He's got a couple of headsets. A Valve Index, Quest 2. I bought him Xboxes, Nintendo Switches. So I have spent a ton of money over the years. They're right there. Price to pay for gaming excellent. Hey, I think Six said it best. This hobby ain't for everybody. So I wouldn't jump up and say that this hobby is expensive, but I will say that if you want the best, you're gonna pay for it. And that is it. I think that's all I got. So I did this a little bit backwards. I should have streamed ACC on PS5 first because I set, of course, the Competizione on PS5. It just recently got update 1.8.1, and it gave us new physics and force feedback and stuff like that, but it had a few bugs, and they just put out a hot fix for it today. And the biggest thing that they were looking to address were the online lobbies were crashing. So I should have streamed that first, but I'm so happy about securing that 4090 that I elected to go and do this first. So I'm not sure, but at the conclusion of this stream, I might jump over on the PS5 and stream a set of Corsair Competizione and see if the lobbies have been fixed. But if I don't do it today, I will definitely do it tomorrow. So yes. Yes. I secured it. I secured the 4090. Look at J-Tech being sarcastic. Say, can't wait for Sony and Jim Ryan to announce Horizon Forbidden West, Returnal, The Last of Us Part 2, Ghost of Tsushima, Demon Souls, Ratchet and Clank, A Rift Apart for PC. Yeah, he being sarcastic. Well, thank you. Thank you, Impatient Fire. Appreciate it. So let's close that. Get back to my 4090 pick. Okay. So how long have I been on? Only an hour, 10 minutes. Not too bad. Impatient Fire, I'm an old dude, man. I'm 55 years old, so it might be the last card that I ever need. Fact of the matter is, the majority of my games with the 3080 Ti that I have in there, I can run the majority of my VR games at high or ultra settings. The majority of the flat screen games, I can run them at high or ultra settings. This computer right here, I can run a lot of games at 4K 60. Now, when you start messing around with the ray tracing and that kind of stuff, then and depending on what kind of game it is, yeah, now we're getting into that. Now we're getting into choppy waters. But this PC will run 1080p for days. I benchmarked CS:GO because someone put a benchmark map in there, and at 1080p this PC was hitting 1,000 frames per second. And I'm like, I was like, my eyes got to be deceiving me. I cannot be seeing this shit. But it was 1080. It's 1080p. I've seen other benchmarks on CS:GO using this modded map, and like 4K, they was getting like over 500 frames per second. Said facts, the 4090 is major overkill. 3080 runs everything maxed out already. Only area it may struggle is 4K with ray tracing on. True. And Ham says, I'll be upgrading within 2 years because there's always more demanding VR headsets coming. I welcome the new headsets coming, but I hope you're wrong about me having to upgrade within 2 years. Well, the fact of the matter is, Impatient Fire, a set of Corsair Competizione in VR is the biggest reason why I'm getting this 4090. If it wasn't for that, I wouldn't need the 4090. Everything else runs great. We are yet to see ray tracing in VR too. Oh yeah, definitely forgot about that. So I've recorded some footage for a benchmark video that I'm working on right now. I've already recorded the 3080 Ti footage. When I get the 4090, I will run the benchmarks again and record that, and then I will come out with a benchmark video. This is going to be a VR benchmark video. I welcome the headsets, but I won't be upgrading for a while either. I'm getting the 4090 for Star Citizen. Oh, okay, cool. By the way, Ham, you got that 4090 up and running yet, or? Ooh, excuse me. So yes, I am a happy camper. Yes, breathing, man. Just time spy benchmark before jumping in here. About to test ACC. Ah, damn. Excitement is high. You know what, Ham? I'm going to give you about an hour, and then I'll look to jump in the Discord with you. Because I'd imagine since you're getting ready to benchmark, you probably want as little windows open as possible to get an accurate reading. So I'll wait about an hour, and then I'll look to jump in the Discord with you and see what you got. Impatient Fire, I'm a very happy camper here. I can't wait for mine to arrive next week. Seeing you happy makes me even more happy. Hey. Same to you, man. Oh, and another thing that made me furious about how things played out yesterday is that I used the vacation day and took the day off of work and came up empty-handed. I was furious. But now I'm happy. I'm so happy I keep wanting to check Best Buy every few minutes. So I can get a message that says your item has shipped, even though it's not supposed to arrive until Wednesday. Okay, you said it's going on 1 a.m. here. You know what? Sorry about that, Ham, because it's 8 o'clock here. I keep on forgetting you're 5 hours ahead of me. Said I'm going to run 5 minutes, then sleep. Got to see what it can do, though, in a bit, dude. Okay, how about this, Ham? Check it out, see what it can do, and then just leave me a DM message on Twitter and let me know what you got. And then I'll look to talk to you tomorrow. Because I definitely want to know what it's going to do. Because I'm led to believe that you should be able to run that headset at 2036p maxed out, at least the Quest, with VR Epic settings, no compromises. This right here ended up being a waste of money. Brand new in the box, haven't even opened it yet. All right, thanks, Ham. Yeah, I'll be looking for the message. Yeah, waste of money. Brand new in the box. See the tape still on it. Covered with dust, been sitting on the floor. Regular Radio Shack in here. So I think that's about all I got. So I need to get a few things together here. And I got to talk to my son because I got to take him to the Secretary of State in the morning, so he can get his learner's permit, so he can start driving. And so with that, I'm going to go ahead and boogie on out of here so I can start tying up these other loose ends. Definitely want to thank everybody for tuning in. I think the joke is on the scalpers. They broke their necks to get those 4090 cards off of Best Buy, when I think that they fell right into the trap, and I think Best Buy gave them those cards. I don't think they didn't jump in there and take them. Best Buy gave them those cards, and now they're on the clock to get rid of them, because you guys saw the eBay stuff, a ton of cards. And as more and more cards fall into the hands of the public, the scalpers are going to have a harder time getting rid of those cards. So the joke is on them. So with that, I'm going to boogie on out of here. Might even play some Poker Stars later on. They got craps. Got the old clickety clacks now in Poker Stars, so I might play some craps. Thanks for watching, everybody. I'm off until Monday. I'm sure I'll come up with something to stream, so keep it locked in. We'll see you all soon. Until then, you have a great evening, bro. Thanks for the stream, and wish your 4090 gets to you ASAP. Same to you, Impatient Fire. I appreciate it. And so with that, thank you, everybody, for tuning in. Until the next one, you all know the line. Wakanda forever. Long live the king, and deuces. See you soon. Everybody have a good evening.